Hey guys, welcome back. I'm your host, Jen Morilla, and this channel is for anybody that wants to build an online business. If you're here today to learn how to use Instagram stories, then stick around because I'm gonna show you how. I helped over a dozen of my clients use Instagram to grow their online businesses and brands using these tactics. So make sure you stick around, make sure you hit subscribe, make sure you give me a thumbs up if you're excited to learn how to use Instagram stories, and let's get into it. You know that Instagram stories is a valuable tool, and you're probably like, yeah, I know, but how do I actually use it, right? There's so many features on Instagram stories that are extremely important, and you should utilize all of them because for one reason, every time there's a new feature, Instagram actually boosts your stories if you utilize that feature. And the second reason is that your audience might be more entertained and more inclined to seeing maybe GIFs or texts or certain things that you might not realize. Okay, so we all know the importance of using Instagram stories. So do you actually know the importance of using Instagram stories? See, the reason why Instagram stories is so effective is because it really allows your audience to connect with you on a deeper level without just reading a blog post or a post on Instagram or anything like that. It allows you to really connect with your audience and they get to see you in the raw, in the real, right? Instagram stories has tons of features for you to utilize to really allow yourself to engage with your audience and connect with them. One of the biggest takeaways I would like you to consider when you're creating Instagram stories is you want to ask yourself, what does my audience need to hear and how can I best deliver that, right? If you can answer those two questions and create a call to action in your stories, it is a complete game changer. All right, you guys, so as you know, I am a woman of my example, so I'm gonna show you guys exactly the kind of stories that I utilize and put together that I find to really benefit my audience. So here I am, here myself, hello. All right, so easily create a story just like this. Like, hey, how are you? How are you doing? Happy Friday, what is good? Join my YouTube channel, subscribe, like, do all that stuff, right? So this is just a regular video that you can show your audience when you're doing stories. If I continue, you're going to see that after 15 seconds, I'm actually creating another one, right? Cool. So you would upload this by pressing next and then just sharing there, right? But we're not gonna do that now because I just wanna show you an example. So we're gonna delete this. Another cool feature I wanna show you guys are filters, right? So using filters in stories, such a cool way to really engage with your audience and get them excited. They also really make you look pretty. So on days that you look not so wonderful, you can play around with these filters. Some of them are really weird, but they really do help. So the second IG story tactic I want to share with you guys is doing a photo like this and then adding some text to it. So let's say you have an offer, free coaching call, DM me, and then you can do heart to book your call. Boom. You want to make sure that you add some of that and do this to it. If you were to press your stories or press send to, you can do share. So that's just another example. Another really good example that I like to use is talking to the camera and writing what I'm going to say or what I'm actually saying. Before we dive deeper, I just want to remind you guys that I have a free Facebook community where I'm in every single day, and that's where I hang out and I give free coaching calls and weekly lessons on strategy and mindset. So you can check it out in the description below. It's my free Facebook group called the Purposeful and Passionate Entrepreneurial Facebook group. So remember that a lot of these tactics are sales tactics or storytelling tactics, right? And it's really cool when you add some, words of what you're going to say, maybe use some GIFs, maybe use polling. You want to add interaction to your audience, right? Simply because you want them to do something. You should always ask your audience, what is the result I want to create for the person watching my story, right? Like, what do I want them to do? Is it to shoot me a DM because they want to book a free discovery call? Is it because I want them to poll something? All these things are really, really important to consider when you're doing stories. So posting stories about anything isn't really a good idea. You want to make sure you have a call to action. A really good question I ask myself all the time is, does my audience need to hear this right now? What do they need to hear and how can I best serve them? And give an example of that. So you can add words like this. So when I say polls, this is a great tool to utilize when you really want to ask your audience what is it they want. So for example, if I wanted to ask my audience, what is your online business? I'll do option 1, blogger, option 2, coach, right? And then I'll put here number 1 or number 2. And it really allows people to go ahead and vote. Now, you don't want to throw this anywhere on the screen. You want to make it appealing. You want to make it work. Another really good example I want to show you guys is when I say GIFs, right? These are like little creative ways that people make their stories a little bit more interactive, and you can type in whatever you want. So let's say I wanted to type in YouTube. Okay, so we'll use that one, right? I can go ahead and add that little GIF there. It looks really cool in my stories, as you can see when I do all those kind of stuff. Another really good example is, again, remember, asking them to do a call to action. So there is another really cool cool tool here. So you can add a DM and you can tell people to DM you, and they'll actually DM you whatever it is that you want them to DM you. So there you have it, you guys. It's super easy, right? Utilizing Instagram stories really allows you to connect with your audience on a completely different level. The perks of being able to use Instagram stories is that people really get to know you. They feel like they've already met you when they really haven't. And there's a massive advantage as a brand, as a business owner, to be able to connect with your audience on a completely different level when they're maybe in Europe and you're in New York City, or you're in California and they're in Mexico, right? So it really, really allows you to scale and grow not only just your business, but also your audience, right? Build on relationships, because that's what it takes to build a clientele, is build relationships. If you like this video, subscribe, because next week I'm gonna show you guys how to map out what you need to say on Instagram stories. I'm gonna show you my strategy and tactics to mapping out content for stories so that you don't have a bunch of different stories, but you are condensing your stories and making it easier for your audience to understand and complete a call to action. All right, you guys, well, I hope this was helpful. Please do not forget to subscribe and hit that thumbs up button. Also, check out my free Facebook group where I'm in there every single week, and it's a community, super interactive, of entrepreneurs who are either bloggers, working on their brand, and or coaches. And lastly, if you really like this video, then you're probably really gonna like my how to use Instagram hashtags in your story. So check out that video as well. But until next time, you guys, I hope I see you soon. Take care and all the best. Bye.